Stampers. This is Lisa with Queen Bee Creations. I just got back from Stampin' Up! OnStage, which is our sort of convention that we have, and I wanted to share with you all the new goodies that I got, and that includes the new spring mini catalog and our new celebration brochure. So hopefully you're out there watching. OnStage was amazing. We were in Las Vegas. There were lots and lots of people there. As you can see, this was our registration table. I came into this for Center Stage, which is the leadership event for Friday night, and got to get my stuff early, which was super fun. And being part of Center Stage, we were also given some additional stuff. I got to share this with a lot of my friends that were fellow Stampin' Up! Leaders, and that includes the fabulous Mary Fish, who is my upline, or one of my uplines. At Center Stage, we got additional gifts that all the rest of the demos didn't get, so I got that fabulous new stamp set and a little business card holder. This was the room that we were given at Bally's in Las Vegas, Nevada. This was where we held our event. This was all the awesome ribbons that I got that show the achievements that I got for this, which, you know, of course, wouldn't have become possible without you guys. And of course, the new catalog. And we got to order some new product, and we were given some new product. Today, I'm going to show you all of that. So, like I said, the puppies are super glad that I'm home. And they wanted to say hi to you guys. Say hi, Sophie. Say hi, Sophie. And here's Pixie, doing great with her new and free leg. Now that they've got it out from her cast, she is doing fabulous. So thank you for joining me, and like I said, I'm very excited about OnStage. It was so much fun, and it wouldn't have been possible without you guys supporting me out there, so I do appreciate that. Let's get down to business. I'll show you what I have here to share with you. Like I said, for Center Stage, we got a few extra gifts by being leaders. And so there was this little, I'm guessing a business card holder. And it's done in our new Poppies, which is going to be a new stamp set coming out in January. So that was fun. And then we were also given this new stamp set called My Meadow, which I love because this is now the third set that we have that has this kind of style to it. It started with the waterfront, then I think it was called Snowfront in the holiday catalog, and it's My Meadow in the spring catalog, which means they're all going to interchange and be able to work together as well as separately. So it allows us to build even more scenes by having the same style. So that was super fun. Let's see, like I said, I got all these accomplishments for my title and for attending Center Stage. I got a level 2 in recruiting, which I found out I was only one of like 300 and something out of the entire company, which was like super exciting because out of 50,000 demos to be one of 300 was just so cool. And then of course the leadership ribbon, again, wouldn't have been possible without you. And then we got these cute little buttons. Or pins, I guess they are, and they represent some images that are going to be new stamp sets coming out in January. At Stampin' Up! For the Center Stage, we had these really cool centerpieces, and after we were all done, they were just going to throw them out, so we were encouraged to take one home if we wanted. So I have that. Then when we went into regular OnStage, we all got this cute little notebook and some pens so that we could take notes. And then we all got the Timeless Tulips. This is again another stamp set that's going to be coming out. This stamp set will be in the January catalog. It's another one of our distinctive stamps. It's really pretty. And we're going to actually work with this today. I'm going to make a card using this new bundle because it does come with a punch. This was something I won out of the box. We were given a box of supplies to work with to make all of our make and takes, and then at the end we kind of took turns picking what we wanted out of the box. And so I got the punch as well as this Painted Poppies stamp set and some pretty new ribbon. It's a metallic edge ribbon that's more of a, I guess it's petal pink. And then at the end of the day, we were all given a pack of this new designer series paper. Let's see if I can get this open for you guys. This goes with a new suite that's coming out. Can you guess what it's all about? So this was our new designer series paper. Like I said, this is our new celebration brochure that will have the freebies that you can earn in January. And then this is the catalog you'll be able to order out of in January. And they've kind of changed the orientation to it. It's now sideways, you know, kind of in a landscape position rather than a portrait. Oh, and I don't do swaps. I didn't bring any. I didn't have the time with everything I had going on, but it didn't stop people from giving me things that they made. So lots of demos will make, say, 40, 50 of a certain card, and they will go around and they will trade for 40 or 50 different ones. And some people were just really kind and decided to give me ones even though I didn't have something to trade. So I thought that was very sweet. Again, I got these out of the box. These were some Stampin' blends. One of the make and takes we did featured a new stamp set that I was able to pre-order. I don't have it yet, but it includes some little fashion items. It's kind of a Mother's Day set. It has this little high heel, which we, in these little 3x3 note cards, the color already comes on them, and then I just stamped the shoe and the sentiment over it. Same with the sentiment and the lipstick for this one. This one has perfume. And then, of course, they have matching little envelopes that go with it. So those were very sweet. You saw the poppy stamp set that I got out of the box, so we were able to make a make and take with that as well. And so this was a card we made with painted poppies and the designer series paper that goes with it, and some new seam binding ribbon. This was another set that we got to play with, and some new, like I said, this is the ribbon that I got. There's some new rhinestones that are petal pink, some new designer series paper. So that was fun. And then the last one, like I said, we're going to play with the Tulips set that we got. We kind of ran out of time as we were doing our make and takes, and I thought, oh, well, then that makes it easy. I know what I'm going to be working on for my Facebook Live on Monday. So since I have the punch and the stamps to go with it, we'll play with that one. This is a photopolymer stamp. Like I said, it is distinctive, so it has a little more photorealistic texture to it. So we will play with this. Just grab a couple blocks over here. I can go a little smaller. So there's two different size, or actually there's three different size tulips. I'm going to use two of them. And then there's two leaves. And I'm going to stamp with this one, and you want to remember, we're going to stamp with this with the skinny end up. And that's going to mean something in a minute, because that's how it's going to match up with our punch. So in the middle of our card, we are given a piece of cardstock. Let's see. Oh. Looks like it's 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. And it's going to go onto our standard card base, of course, which is the 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz for the stems and leaf, and then I'm going to use Flirty Flamingo for the flowers. And so I'm going to start off by stamping these in the middle, and I'm going to go a little bit high, and you'll see why in a minute. Oh, I need the stem. I'll have a block for that one. And because this has kind of a curve to it, I don't want to mess up the curve that it comes with, so I'm going to set it onto my desk surface, let it naturally pick what it wants to do, and then I can pick it up. So that keeps the image, or the slope that they wanted this stamp to have. You can also choose to move it and arrange it differently if you want to. That's one of the beauty of the photopolymer stamps, is you can tweak it and make it look a little different if you want to. But I'm going to choose to use it as they intended. And I'm going to give it a little bit of room between the flower and the stem, because it's not really going to matter as I put the other flowers over the top of these. And I'm going to punch those out with our punch. This is Pear Pizzazz. Let's stamp a few of these. And again, I made a little boo-boo, but we're going to go ahead and cover that up. As I said, we're going to stamp the leaf with the small end up on the right side of my paper. Then I'm going to take the tulip and I'm going to stamp that on the left in Flirty Flamingo. So the reason I did it that way is because of the way the punch is designed. The leaf is on the left side, so I want to be able to feed the paper in from the left and not have my extra leaves in this hole. So this will save me paper as I go to punch this if I keep it to the right. Oops. Because see, now I've already punched out that leaf, so I'm not worried about wasting any cardstock here, because I'm not. And this will allow me to get all 3 leaves without wasting cardstock. Okay, and then I'm going to go the other direction with the tulips. Again, because that's the side that the tulip part is on. And I'm not wasting any cardstock. But this is so quick and easy. I mean, I love my dies, don't get me wrong. I use dies all the time. But it's so quick and easy if you can just play with a punch. So now I can decide how I want these to go. And I think I'm going to pop them up on dimensionals. Let's use the bigger ones. And I'm just trying to be random with how I'm laying the flowers, because flowers do grow very random. Being an accountant, random is kind of hard for me, but I am trying. Like I said, I'm trying to cover up my little boo-boo, so I'm going to place one of them there. And again, if I had used the Stamparatus, I could have just re-stamped and it would have filled in my little blank spot, but I wasn't thinking ahead because I was just so excited to get stamping with you guys and to show you this fun new stamp set. Now, because I've added more flowers, I'm going to need to add more stems. And I can either choose to use it the same direction it was, or I can flip it up and use it this way. And then I can come in with the leaves that I punched out and add those as well. Of course, there I go being random, and they look weird to me. Where did the ones go? Here we go. Here's another one. Okay, so you get the idea. You can stamp the flowers and arrange them however you wish, and you can add the little leaves. And it's quick and easy because it's a punch. How fun is that? And then I'll just take some, well, let's do dimensionals. We could do snail or dimensionals, but since I don't plan on mailing this, I don't need to worry about it being too thick. If you add 2 sets of dimensionals, if it's 2 dimensionals high, it makes it require extra postage if you mail it through the postal service. So be careful if you do that. One of the ways that you can check if it's going to be I didn't do the sentiment. Too thick to go through the postal service is you can bring in your handy dandy trimmer, and if it will fit through the slot, if you can fit the envelope and the card through the slot, then it's going to go through the mail. Oh, did I show you guys this already? I was at IKEA picking up stuff for my office, and they give these little paper measuring tapes, and so I came home, gave it a little bit of a trim, and I adhered it to the bottom of my trimmer. So now when I go to trim paper and I want to know where I am, of course the numbers are under there, but now they're also on the outside so I can see it while my paper is in place. Just a little tip. I do understand these are on Amazon as well, although I think they're metal instead of a vinyl or a paper. But just a little tip if that was something that bothers you. Someone mentioned it to me, and I hadn't even thought about it until she said it, but I did find a solution, so that was fun. So again, there's our handy dandy little card. Of course, theirs was much more elegant. And I think because I have so much space up here, I might have put the hello up in here so there wasn't so much white, but you get the idea. So hopefully you guys like my share today. Like I said, it's just a bunch of previews from what's coming out in the new catalog. But don't let that stop you from ordering what's going on right now, because there are lots of really cool things that we have not even played with at all that goes in the holiday catalog. So there's still some time to get in on that. We did run out of the Moose Punch. That's no longer available because it was so popular. We sold out of it, and that's not going to carry over. So there are no more of those coming in. So if there's something in the holiday catalog that you really, really want, I suggest buying it soon before it does sell out. And then of course, if you wanted some goodies from me as well, then you want to add the hostess code for the month, and that will get you the Snowman Season PDF, which will have lots of instructions on how to put together some cards, including a few fancy fold cards, using the Snowman Season bundle, just in time for the holiday season. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you liked it, and I will see you next Monday at 2:30. Thanks for joining me. Bye.